Welcome to the Hunt Performance YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos related to health and human performance. This video I will talk about today is how to form a habit, and it breaks down the essentials to actually forming that habit. But first, you want to think about the habits that you already have, whether it could be good or it could be bad. And you look for common things within them. So that would be a cue. All habits have a cue. Then the action, which is the habit itself. Then you have the reward, the benefit you get from performing that. Now I'll base this off of a study, how are habits performed, modeling habit formation in the real world. And we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about some background information in this PowerPoint. So as I said, we'll go over background information, we'll go over effective cues for habits to start the habits. Then we talk about the actions, the rewards, the research from that study I just showed, and then how to create your own habit. Start off with, a habit is an action, but an action is not a habit. Now what this means is that a habit takes time to build, and you could just do an action anytime, anywhere. So a habit takes time to build, an action takes planning and conscious attention, but that habit is an automatized action. So with a habit, you just don't even have to think about doing it. It just gets done. Now, a repetitive action can become a habit over time, and a habit is a behavior that becomes more efficient due to the automaticity created within that behavior. So as I said, over time, doing it over and over again, it'll create automaticity. Now that automaticity does plateau, and this is a picture from the study that I showed, and this is a picture of someone forming a habit here. So where that plateau starts at around 40 days, you could see on the x-axis down below, the dots are lined up at 40 days. That's roughly where the habit starts and it begins to plateau, meaning you cannot expand that habit. You cannot make that habit more automatic from there. Now moving on to a habit and automatic response. Now how is this even quantified? Now they used a few different things in the studies that I saw. There's efficiency, doing them quicker, more efficient. The lack of awareness, where they don't even have to think about it. Unintentionally, again, don't even have to think about it. And uncontrollably, it's pretty much the same thing. They just do it automatically. And this always starts with a cue. Now cues are more effective in a situation or an event rather than time. So that could be stress, boredom, based on hunger, or even you could have breakfast and that will start an action, or it could be some sensory like a smell or taste or anything. Now these cues could happen in bad or good habits, but that's how you create a habit, is starting with that cue. Now then there are actions. Obviously there's good actions, bad actions. Good actions can be diet and exercise, drinking healthy, eating healthy, that kind of thing. And then the bad actions could be smoking or nail biting or craving soda and sugar and going to eat or drink something bad. So we will focus on good actions today. And then with those good actions, we want to have rewards for those actions, which strengthen your habit. So the habit strength is gained when there is a reward, and preferably a strong reward, like a protein shake or smoothie after you work out for a long time. You could also pair that with a shower or nice food, or even take a nap if you're waking up early and early enough to work out and then go have breakfast, shower, and take a nap. Now this makes your habit even stronger than what it would be. With this study here, an action done every day, this study did an 84-day, this was an 84-day study, and an average of 66 days was taken to create a habit. Now these people during the study, they picked whatever they wanted to, something that they don't already do. They picked whatever they wanted to create in a habit and chose a particular event, say breakfast or dinner or something like that, and they would go out and exercise, or they would have water or have fruit or something, and they calculated how long it took for these people to create their habits. So the range from doing it every day to creating an automatic response was from 18 to 254 days, with an average of that 66 days I talked about. And some people's chosen task was complex or simple. Complex typically take longer to perform because there's more thinking involved with that, meaning less automation, versus the simple task, which is something you can complete really quick and is simple, and you don't have to think much about it. And those take less time than complex tasks would. This study showed many different habits being performed, but here's 3 of the most basic habits. You can see on the left there is a ideal chart of a plateau. This is the one I showed earlier in the slide. And then for the other ones, they're a little bit harder to perform, so meaning that the study did not catch the habit being performed, but you could see the trajectory that they go in. It will eventually create a habit if the study subjects actually kept performing those actions. They will create a habit. Now for you to create a good habit, we'll pick morning exercise, for example, as people would love to sometimes wake up, not even think about it, go into their morning exercise, and then have the rest of the day to do work or whatever they want to. So morning exercise, you want to pick a cue, and that's going to be your alarm, that's going to be waking up, whatever you want it to be. And you make that the cue, and then you have to start that action. But between there comes a lot of thinking involved between the cue and the action, like what kind of clothes I want to wear. We want to make everything as automatic as possible on our own. So maybe lay out our clothes the night before, and it'll make things automatic. So you get out of bed, you already know what clothes you're going to wear. You're not even going to think about picking them out. You're just going to throw the clothes on, and you could start that action. 30 minutes, stretch, walk, and run. And then once you get done with that, you feel great. So that could be a reward in itself. But then you could go ahead and make yourself a nice breakfast, or go ahead and take a shower, or even if you have time, take a short nap to get ready for the rest of the day. The reward strengthens the action and the habit. It strengthens the habit over time if you have a good reward. Now, in summary, the habit is a automatic action, something you don't have to think about. And this starts with a cue, then action, then the reward strengthens that habit. And then it takes an average of 66 days, as the research showed, and then you can always implement this into many other habits that you want to form and live a better life. Exercise, eating healthy, that kind of thing. Thanks for checking out this hunt performance video. Hopefully you use this knowledge to perform better from here on out. If you do, make sure you like and subscribe for more.